gosh, this person is not as smart as they show. They were thinking, oh, if I do this, if I connect these compounds and I could create gold. It's an intelligence. We are going to overcome, completely overcome the fear of failure and fear of rejection, right? These are two things that are keeping us, like, we want to do something. What if the entire world reject us? We want to do an online business. What if they cut us off from the online business, like, completely? Like, what if they figure out, oh my gosh, this person is not as smart as they show, and they figure out a way to kick us out of everything, right? Or we start to do a business and everybody reject us. Nobody wants to buy from us. Nobody wants to get our products. Nobody wants to work with us. And then we feel like deeply embarrassed and deeply ashamed about ourselves, right? So a lot of times, this is a cultural conditioning. When we were born as a child, like when we were young, like 3-year-old, we wanted something, we just walked towards it and we got it. And then we will ask questions. Hey, if somebody says, you cannot take that, and then you already have it, right? Then you will probably give it back to them. Yeah, so today we're going to focus on fear of failure and fear of rejection. Let's get deeper into fear of failure and rejection today, right? So look at this. Like, we are living in this life. We had dream one time. We believed that we could become anything that we want to become. We thought we were Midas, King Midas. We could touch anything and we could create gold. And then all of a sudden, we could touch anything, we could create silver. Then we could touch anything, we could create copper. Then we could touch anything, we could create mud. So there is an eventual transition of human experience as we move forward. As we move forward in our own lives, there is a transition into fear. And like today, it came to me that fear is intelligence. Things intelligence. Untapped intelligence that is reserved in your psyche, in your psychology, for you to tap into, and then take advantage of and convert that into power. And the whole idea, the whole reason why fear existed or fear exists today, whether it is fear of failure or fear of rejection or anything else, it's only because it is waiting to be transformed into something inside of you. The darkness is intelligence. It is intelligence that we are holding on to so that we could convert that into gold. The alchemists, what happened was they were thinking, oh, if I do this, if I connect these compounds and I could create gold, right? So they kept on doing it for, like, I don't know, for decades. This became a tribe, and people were like, for decades, they were like trying to figure out, how could I make gold? If I mix this and this and this, then I could make gold. But the reality is, the more messed up you are, more diamond you could convert from it. It's as if you get, like, imagine there is a mining facility where you could go for mining for gold, for diamond, and you go deeper and deeper and deeper. The deeper you go, the chances of getting gold or diamond is higher. Chances are higher, right? So if you have gone through deeper depression or deeper challenges, deeper anxiety, deeper fear, whether it is fear of rejection, failure, success, whatever it is, then your potential for transforming that into power is significantly more. But if you're not messed up, you're already power. You're just pure power. Because if you already believe, if you already have dream, if you're able to still dream, then you're already power. So you don't need to become messed up in order for you to become power, right? So fear is intelligence. Without fear, when fear is converted into power, then we can regain that potential that is within us, right? So, oh my gosh, like, when I look at so many things about fear, like, it came to me like, fear is intelligence. And I would explain this in a deeper level if anybody is curious about why do I say fear is intelligence in a future time. But let me demonstrate that for you today. Okay, so look at it. Like, we want to make money. We want to make $500,000 or $1 million a year, $1 million a year, or $10 million or $100 million. Some of you guys might be doing $200 million in business right now, and you want to grow it to $1 billion. Some of you are starting out, and It doesn't matter where you are. When you release your fear, you will be able to get the revenue, the income, the profit, and the cash flow that you want to create in your business. It doesn't matter where you met me, where we came to this relationship, where you are, you have potential to convert and create the dream that you want to create. You could be reinstalled into the King Midas. Biggest rejections. We'll start with rejection. And what are our biggest rejections? And before we do that, imagine like, imagine you were like 10-year-old, 11-year-old. My kids go everywhere. They ask me for souvenir. They went to take blood test. They're like, can I get a souvenir? So I thought I'll take a syringe for them as a souvenir, right? So essentially, imagine that you travel to places, dark places with medium light, some light, and you went into that place so deep and so dark, but you bought a souvenir from there. Imagine you went to this desert in Africa, and then everybody said it's a shrine. God appeared, or spirit appeared, or whatever God you believe in appeared there in that desert. And then you bring that sand from the desert, and then everybody believed that if you bring that sand and keep it in a glass container, or in a glass container for 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, 1 year, it could transform into a diamond. That's what you're doing with your fear. You're holding on to fear because one day you could transform that fear into power. You're holding on to fear in human experience. As a collective, as an individual, we are holding on to fear because we believe that there is something about this. There's something about this that is intelligent, that I could learn from it. I could convert that into power and get to my highest level of existence as a species, as a business person, so that I could make the highest income, the highest revenue, highest profit, and highest cash flow, and grow my business, grow my impact in the world to a completely different level. It's an intelligence of your mind. There's an intelligence of your soul. The soul is intelligent enough, and it is saying, okay, maybe there is a thing that you want to avoid, and today is that day you could stop avoiding that. The moment you stop avoiding rejection, the moment you stop avoiding failure intelligently, that is the moment you become free from this fear. That's the day today. That's what we're going to do today. Down, you could tell them, one of them I don't want to share with you. It's too deep, right? So what I'm looking for is 10 out of 10 intensity failures. 10 out of 10 intensity rejections that other people gave you in life, business, or anything. And we wanted to find the intelligence from this fear. We want to take the intelligence and then move on and withdraw from forcing this fear out. Sounds good?